I can remember joining the Black Panther Party and, giving away all my clothes because I knew I didn't have any need for them. I had acquired a lot of clothes growing up. I didn't have need for, suits and dress pants and dress shirts and dress shoes. We didn't have time for that. I didn't have time for TV. We didn't have a TV at our office. We never watched TV. We didn't have time for TV. We worked 7 days a week, and we worked 20 hours a day. In some places it was different. In Oakland, California, when we went down to Oakland and we began to work on Bobby Seale's campaign, and more party members came from all over the country. There were like 300 people from all over the country, maybe 500 people. And we were involved in some very intense campaigns. We were running Bobby Seale for mayor of Oakland, where we opened up 5 campaign offices, and we had a restaurant, we had a school, we had a nonprofit entity, and so we were just constantly working. Sometimes we would stay up for 3 days at a time. Sometimes 3 or 4 days without sleep. So being in the Black Panther Party was very intense, and you worked a lot. But the good part about it is you were with a lot of people that felt and thought the same thing that you felt. We had this unity of will, and not only did they feel and think the same way that you thought, but they were always looked out for you. You didn't have to worry about what you were going to eat, because the party provided, make sure that everybody had meals. You didn't have to worry about rent or the roof over your head, because the organization provided and make sure that everybody had a place to stay. We lived communally oftentimes, and so that meant like 6 to 10 people living in a house, and you looked out for each other. People didn't go anywhere by themselves. If you were going to Chicago or going to New York or going to Philadelphia, because we were always traveling to other chapters and branches, there would be somebody who would be assigned to take you to the airport, and they had to wait until you got on the airplane and wait until the plane took off to make sure that you were safe. When you got to your destination, there would be somebody there to pick you up, even though you didn't know them. There would be somebody to greet you and hug you and pick you up, take you to the office and show you where you were going to be staying. And it was just like one big giant family, that was extended not only all across the country but all across the world, because we had eventually we had Black Panther Party offices in Algeria and in Europe and other parts of the world. So it was just, and I think that was one of the things that kept people in the party, even though there were oftentimes contradictions, oftentimes things that came up that did not seem quite right, was that it was, just being in that extended family, and I often think that, the Black Panther Party actually took the place of my family. And I think that was true for a lot of people. The Black Panther Party took the place of our families, and it was just a tremendous feeling. And I think that's what people miss a lot. They miss the camaraderie that we had. When you have someone next to you who will give their life for you, that's a very special friendship, a very special relationship. That's not a relationship that you have in normal life.